The largest concern for global markets is inflation, which has prompted central banks around the world to tighten their monetary policies. The skyrocketing prices are a concern for everyone, from mom-and-pop shops to famed investors like Warren Buffett, but the financial expert has some sassy strategies to combat it, as he lives a simple life and has some simple advice for periods of high inflation. If you know him, we know you follow his ideologies and are fans of him. Welcome back to our channel. We highly recommend you to hit the bell icon, you won't regret it. So let's get into the video to know the advice he has for everyone. Even though Warren Buffett is worth billions of dollars, he does not want to be the center of attention and does not follow the advice of other celebrities and financial experts. When it comes to financial discipline, saving money and getting rid of debt, the investing icon is a living example of what he preaches to others. That is something that pays off in times of financial difficulty like these. Consider what Warren Buffett has to say about inflation during Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholder meeting in May. He admitted that inflation was already one of the most significant challenges facing the economy at that time. When he was asked if inflation cheats equity investors, this is what he had to say in response. Bond investors are also taken advantage of by inflation. The individual who conceals their cash by placing it under their mattresses falls victim to this con. It is a scam that almost always succeeds. When one of the most successful investors in the world states that it is difficult to come out on top in an environment like this, it is definitely a good time to use some tried and true tactics to tighten your financial belt. Everything from gas to groceries is seeing a significant price increase as a direct result of inflation, which is having a negative impact on the economy in the United States. Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway and a famed investor, believes that individuals can take specific steps to protect themselves against the consequences of inflation, despite the fact that there is not much that individuals can do to avoid inflation at the cash register. At the annual shareholders meeting for Berkshire Hathaway in 2002, Warren Buffett reiterated the advice he has given for a long time, which is that one of the most effective ways to guard against the effects of inflation is to improve one's talents and work towards becoming an industry leader. Warren, who was 91 years old, was quoted as saying, "The best thing that you can do is to be exceptionally good at something." In his speech, Warren Buffett made the observation that people are going to give you some of what they generate in exchange for what you supply. As examples, he cited careers such as those of doctors and lawyers. Buffett went on to say that, in contrast to cash, abilities are not subject to the effects of inflation. If you possess a skill that is in demand, then that expertise will continue to be in demand regardless of the value of the dollar. It's not possible to strip you out of any of the powers you now possess. He explained that it was physically impossible to inflate them away from you. Anything that you build yourself is the best investment by a wide margin because it's not taxed at any given point in time. Perhaps nowhere is this more clear than in a letter to shareholders Buffett wrote in 1981, in which he explained that companies that are resilient in inflationary environments must have two characteristics. One, an ability to increase prices rather easily, even when product demand is flat and capacity is not fully utilized, without fear or significant loss of either market share or unit volume. And number two, an ability to accommodate large dollar volume increases in business, often prompted by government stimulus programs. Perhaps the most useful piece of advice from Buffett for individual investors is that they should stick with a tried and true strategy of the index fund and stay onto it, regardless of whether or not we're in an inflationary environment. I don't think the typical person can pick equities, Buffett said at a shareholder meeting in 2021, adding that he advises investors to keep for a long time an S&P 500 index fund. That's it for the day. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this, do give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay connected to us.